What are you reading? Kelsey turned to Efemelu. Efemelu showed her the cover of the novel. She did not want to start a conversation, especially not with Kelsey. She recognized in Kelsey the nationalism of liberal Americans who copiously criticized America but did not like you to do so. They expected you to be silent and grateful and always reminded you of how much better than wherever you had come from America was. Is it good? Yes. It's a novel, right? What's it about? Why did people ask, what is it about? As if a novel had to be about only one thing. If Emily disliked the question, she would have disliked it even if she did not feel, in addition to her depressed uncertainty, the beginning of a headache. It may not be the kind of book you would like if you had particular tastes. He mixes prose and verse. That is from Americanah by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and I'm finally reading this. I was determined to have this be one of the first books I read this year, and as you can see, I'm highly enjoying it. All the sticky notes, and I just the reason for those sticky notes is because there's so many points where Famelu, the main character, just comments on something about American culture, and it's so on point. Like, it's so blunt, it's so real, like it's just real, and she doesn't hold back. And I think specifically with this and how it pertains to reading, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about how there's this perception of a reader to be able to explain what they're reading so succinctly, and that's always so difficult. It's like the what's your favorite book question. I've read hundreds of books in my lifetime. You expect me to pick one book and then like break it down to you as to why I like it. It's this like, oh, you don't even want to hear the answer really. You want to just know if you have read the book that I will probably say. So it's like this entitlement, and I think that's something that I am really enjoying about this, is that she calls out that entitlement that people have in America. And in the first conversation she has with Obinse, which is the teenager that they met when they were teenagers and they fall in love, and he is kind of so far he hasn't had that many point of view chapters, but he had one, so I'm guessing he might come in later. I'm only 200 pages in. So when they first met, they had a conversation about what a proper book is, and I would love to read that to you. This is just going to be me reading you passages. So he goes, I saw you holding a James Hadley Chase near the lab, and I said, ah, correct. There is hope, she reads. I think I've read them all, she says. Me too, what's your favorite? Miss Shumway waves a wand. Mine is Want to Stay Alive. I stayed up one night to finish it. Yes, I like that too. What about other books? Which of the classics do you like to read? Classics? Well, I just like crime and thrillers, Sheldon, Ludlam, and Archer. But you also have to read proper books. She looked at him in earnestness, amused by his earnestness. I have butter. A university boy. That must be what your professor mother taught you. No, seriously, he paused. I'll give you some to try. I love the American ones. You have to read proper books, she mimicked. What about poetry? And then they switched topics. I wrote a blog post about this because it just goes with that whole like when I thought of proper, what he was referring to, it must be like the American classic, and how they're so rich and beautiful language and full of like wonderful prose, and like this thought that you have to read like what's revered by many and is like timeless, and it's like everyone like does not have to read the same thing. And what does that even mean, to read proper books? And yeah, I'll link my blog post because I just rambled for a little bit and on that topic. And but yeah, this book so far only 200 pages of like 470 something, and I'm already like, woo, all of the thoughts. And I think I'm gonna do more videos about the topics of race and class and how she touches on that as well. Oh my god, so good. But yeah, let me know what you think about what I just discussed and what you think about the passages I read from, and yeah, let me know. I'd be excited to talk to you about it. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.